Checkout shares of FactSet climbing back and closing out in the green today after the company reported earnings. The stock, which just joined the S&P 500 yesterday, is now up more than 42% this year. Joining us now in a CNBC exclusive interview is FactSet CEO Philip Snow. Hi, Phil. Good to have you with us.
Yes, thanks for having me on, Melissa.
By all accounts, it looked like a very strong quarter. You beat on EPS, you beat on revenue. I think the question here is what we mentioned in the introduction, that is the run in the stock. You currently trade at a premium to a lot of your peers. And while you did beat for your fiscal first quarter, you didn't raise guidance for the year. You stuck by your old guidance. So I'm wondering, what do you see next year in terms of catalysts that make you deserve the multiple you have right now?
Well, we're very pleased with our performance. We set out on an investment plan a couple of years ago to really accelerate our own digital transformation and invest in some new content sets. So we're beginning to see the results of those investments. We have, I think, good visibility going out 6 months, but typically Q4 is a big quarter for us. We're an August company, so we just felt it was good to be a bit conservative here and just wait to see how things play out, particularly with some of the choppiness we've seen in the markets.
Hey, Phil, thanks for joining us. When I think about that business, I think about the guidance that you just gave. You know, you've made some moves over the last couple of years. You're making a push into wealth management. You bought Cobalt Systems to really expand into private markets. How do those new businesses factor into your growth plan going forward?
Yeah, the wealth market's really exciting for us. It's relatively new, but we've had some very visible wins with large wealth firms and a lot of we've hit a lot of good singles and doubles as well. So a lot of the growth you see in our user count is a result of that. So because we've scaled our technology, we've been able to reach a lot more users. And we see the wealth area as becoming a lot more sophisticated, which I think is a good market for what traditionally has been more of an institutional product. And then you mentioned private markets. FactSet's always done very well with public markets, but like a lot of firms, we see a huge opportunity to invest in private markets and apply all of the expertise we have in managing data to different asset classes.
Phil, Melissa mentioned a multiple, and I understand that, but you know, a lot of competitors make acquisitions, they pay up. You've made some tactical ones, but you look at the quarter, you're talking about 9.1% organic growth, which is pretty remarkable, I think. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, that's been the beauty of our business. We've grown primarily organically. We're experts at managing data. We've been able to keep one consistent platform and a consistent culture through the last 42 years. So we believe in reinvesting in data and technology and just continuing to provide, you know, fantastic software to our clients. So we're very proud of what we've been able to do organically. It doesn't mean that we're not willing to do larger acquisitions, but there's a lot of benefit to having one integrated platform, particularly moving forward the way things are going in the industry.
Hey, Phil, Jeff Mills. So obviously a lot of professional investors use the platform. Are there any trends that you're seeing in terms of what they're asking for that might give you an idea, you know, of major trends that you're seeing from individual investors, ESG, things of that nature?
Yeah, so we see, I mean, ESG is in almost every conversation with institutional investors, with asset owners, with wealth advisors. So we've made an acquisition about a year ago and through Value Labs, which we think is differentiating. We're going to continue to build out the coverage of that asset. But we think that, you know, ESG is going to be, you know, part of everyone's investment process for a long time to come.
Phil, thank you so much. We use FactSet here in CNBC. I rely on it. So thanks so much. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Phil Snow, the CEO of FactSet. Tim, you like this one?
I do. Look, I love the execution, and like you, I would point out just that the stock has had a huge run. I mean, it's up 30% in the last 6 months or so. The multiple trades at a three times turn to other, call them info software companies, et cetera. I think what Phil pointed out, though, and it's notable, the commentary that they made, they're not afraid to invest in new technology and new business, but they've actually seen accelerating gross margins. So some of those dynamics are paying off. Company trades at a premium, not to be penalized. Again, accelerating revenue and top line. I think the multiple is rich, but the company that's a function of the company executing.
Worth the premium, Jeff, in your view?
Listen, I think it has a wide moat, so that's very important. You mentioned you need your workstation. I need mine. You build out all of these things, so it's really hard to make a change. But at the same time, great business, expensive stock. It's already been said. So for me, it would be more of a hold than jumping in and buying right now.
Yeah, Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that when you think about the expansion into some of these other areas, wealth management, private markets, I think there's probably an amazing opportunity as you think about retail, as you think about crypto, and these are all things that I'm sure have to be on the tip of their tongue as they're thinking about broadening out from institutions and wealth management and the like. So to me, listen, again, I'm not a buyer of stocks at high multiples at levels like this. The stock just got added to the S&P 500. I suspect it's going to have a lot more coverage going forward, though.